What up, guys? We're out here. We're gonna get this engine out of this car finally. So Johnny came over, he's gonna help me with the slave cylinder because he's the FD guy. And he says that, but he's done it way more than I have. We're gonna get this baby popped apart. And then it'll probably be too late and we'll be too cold to want to switch the cars out, but we'll get the silver car back in here next week and get this one kind of cleaned up and ready for his stock build on it, and we're ready to roll. So I'm gonna crawl in the car, we're gonna get this slave cylinder out. I'll kind of show you how this has to work. Alright y'all, so if you look up in here, and hopefully you can hear me over the heater, there's a collar right there. It's depressed into the clutch now because I was able to get it out. So what I did was I pried the throwout bearing forward into the clutch with a screwdriver. Then I held the collar in towards the clutch with another screwdriver and then pushed the throwout bearing out. So that allowed it to release. It works very similar to a air compressor chuck. So basically, like, you can imagine hooking up an air ratchet to the end of your air line. It's really similar to that. These cars have a pull style clutch instead of a push style clutch. So the throwout bearing actually pulls the clutch out of engagement instead of pushing on it. It also helps, because this won't move, if you disconnect the slave cylinder. So right up here you can see I have the slave cylinder hanging out. That made that a heck of a lot easier. So that was after consulting the FD guys, aka Johnny and Charles. We got this figured out. So now, got one more bell housing bolt to pull out. Johnny's working on coolant stuff, and hopefully I'm not going to get wet. As you can see, we're trying to catch it here. And we will have this baby out. You see that big snail from the bottom, big old wastegate. So we'll get this motor popped out, be ready to rock. What up?
I don't see it right. Yeah, there we go.
Adjustable wrench. Couldn't find the small one, so we had to go for the big daddy. Get these old coolant lines off. Luckily we have room for this in here. You can see where we're working down in here. Just casually using an 18-inch adjustable wrench. It's nice. So we out here, still working on this car. Trying to find a bolt that fits this hole, and this one doesn't. Getting a chain hooked up. A little bit unorthodox because somebody took the lift points off the motor because they got to keep their engine bays clean and don't like lift points, but makes it a pain when you have to take the engines out. So we're gonna make something up and make something work. That's what we do. And ideally this will still come out. Find another bolt. We'll get this chain bolt here. So not quite the ideal place you put a chain to lift an engine out, but it'll work for now. Now I don't remember on these, does the transmission, will it fall on that frame rail? Or do I have to jack it up?
I need to jack it up.
Okay.
This shot?
Yeah.
You think we'll need a piece of wood or anything for this?
No.
can only get so close to it because of the engine hooks.
Okay. As long as you can hit it, just so it won't fall, right? You're in front of the cross member?
Yeah.
Okay, then you're good. She'll go.
Yeah.
Got pressure on it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Come loose.
Yeah, I'm loose of all the engine mounts.
We are hitting on the engine now.
You can't pull forward.
Yes.
You have room to take the mounts out.
Oh yeah.
What do you need?
17 short socket on a 1/2 inch rod.
So, engine mounts are hitting the frame, and with the upper intake manifold on, you can't really lift it up high to get them to come out. So, I'm going to pull the engine mounts off the motor, which is a real pain in the butt, so that I can get them out. Maybe. I don't know how much further I need to come up. I don't think it's very much. Maybe I'll just try that first to lift up a little bit higher, because these bolts are tight. So, I'm going to try that first, and we'll see what happens. So as it turns out, we just weren't pulling hard enough. So, we pulled harder, and now we're winning, which means it's coming out. So right now we got to take the air conditioner compressor bolts off, because you can't reach them until you are like on the way out with the motor. It just doesn't reach. So they're down in this nonsense hole. So you can get the two top ones here and here, but you can't reach these because it's too close to the frame rail. Easier to lift it up a little bit than grab them. And I think we should be able to get this out without having to pull the radiator. And this is looking like a good idea. Leaving all this on here. We are completely clear of the trans right now. So once we get everything disconnected, it'll just and out, just like that. So I'm gonna pull these off, and we'll see what happens. Isn't this what Chris Green has on his?
Yeah.
The blue one?
That makes it 450, I think.
All that wire. Okay. Up we go, back to go on the engine stand. Also want to give a shout out to our buddy Chris Thompson. Apparently wanted to come over today, Johnny mentioned, so still rocking on. Wish you were here. Yo! Got this thing out. He's admiring all the neglect and dirt in here that needs to be cleaned up before it can get put back together.
So sad.
Because we don't put cars back together dirty. Especially these. So, at least it's got a dual oil cooler setup. Braided lines. Nice stuff. AC's still in there. It's got this real fancy huge hose for it too. Super clear.
Hose.
Oh yeah, big hose. So, it's out. All the wiring's still on here, which you saw in the last video. Got to tidy some of that up. You can see the size of the snail, and if you want to compare, you just grab this over here. Oh, come on there. All right, because we have stock turbos here, so that's the Gretty turbo. This is the stock one.
So cute.
Cute little guy. There's two of them, but I still don't think two of them makes up for that one. So, big boy. So, put this down over here. With that, we're done. We're gonna clean up the shop, rock on, keep it rad. Thank you, Johnny, for coming out to help, and we will see you next time.